I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running toes. They gonna take it.
This is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
The clarity and the claps.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Very excited about today's episode. Got a lot to talk about, man. Hey, listen, I got two bros with me, but before I introduce them, I had to let y'all know what we're going to talk about. We had an eventful weekend in sports. An eventful weekend. Sorry we can't cover it all. But first topic we got to talk about New York Liberty. New York stand up. That's what they say, right? Brought the title to New York. They are the WNBA champs. We are going to react to that. We got to talk about the Commanders. The Commanders. Now they say, right? Left hand up. 40-17. Sorry, 40-7. I got 40 problems right now, man. But, you know, a game ain't won because we won one yesterday. But listen, though, we got to talk about the Commanders. Are they contenders in the NFC? We got to talk about that. The 49ers, man, they took an L yesterday to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Are we buying or selling that they are a playoff team this year? And lastly, we got to talk about Saquon Barkley. His homecoming back in New York went crazy. We're going to react to that. But like I said, I got two of my bros with me. Oh, yes, I got to tell y'all, I got these shades on because my name is First Place Joe in the NFC East. Or call me Second Place Joe in the NFC right now, right? Lions, we coming for you. Well, third place because, you know, the Vikings ahead of us. But I got two of my bros with me. I got under 500 Dave here for the first time. Wow, shout out to my boy Dave. He's here. But we miss you, Dave. I'm glad to have you back. And we got Mr. 500, right? Yeah, 3, right?
Yeah, well, Mr. Number 1 in the fantasy league. Go ahead.
Oh, you're right, though. Doing your thing. Shout out to Tomo. I was 500,
My
but,
bad,
you know,
Jay.
Cat was on my schedule, so I had to erase that 500. Thanks out to Cat. Shout out to my boy Tomo. Oh, yeah, sorry. Dave, host of Dave's Doghouse. And the episode should be coming sometime this week, most likely. I know you guys missed them.
Wednesday for sure, 7 p.m.
Wednesday, 7 p.m. Y'all been texting me, emailing me, asking me about Dave. Listen, trust me. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Y'all going to be able to get this episode in. And then host of In the Red Corner, co-host of In the Red Corner. It is y'all the episode yesterday, so make sure y'all tune into that. Mr. Get Done Son Tomo. How y'all doing, fellas?
Hold on. It was 2, then it was Carl. I was like, where's my dummy, bro?
I'm back, man. I'm back.
There we go, man. The trio is back.
I'm back, man. Look, I'm excited about today's show. Definitely got some stuff to talk about, but hey, even with the loss, I still represent my Niners, man. No, it ain't nothing gonna stop me. But Joe, I'm gonna get you back for that under 500, Dave. I'm gonna get you back for that. And Tavon is still the silk curtain until further notice.
Dang.
So, just let you know, I ain't stopping from there. To Blaze, my bad, but you know, y'all were the only one that could take a shot at that moment. You know, I was against the wall fighting, man. I had to fight back somehow. But man, look, I'm excited to talk about today's show. It's Monday though. Money making Mondays.
There we go.
Mindful Mondays.
Woo.
Let's turn up.
Turn me
up. Up.
Walk with it.
Jody, do your thing.
Listen, y'all, we are streaming this on two. Tomorrow it should be 3, but 2 platforms, Facebook and YouTube. So make sure y'all like the video on both of the platforms. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can find us at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on X, you can find us at R2L Sports. And make sure y'all follow and subscribe and share this video with a friend or somebody that you know that is a sports fan, because they can be involved in the show like you are by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Mark for being the first comment. R2L, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. All right. Shout out to my boy Cardo in the comment section, right? He had a bye week, so he's safe and sound. Shout out to my boy Kevo with the big dub. J-Mo in the comments. I mean, y'all here early. We appreciate it. And listen, y'all, last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
All right, so this is the first show where we had. It's been a while since we had this many comments, so I want to go through these right quick. So you said Kev right quick, and you talking about on the way, but my man J-Mo. Under 500, David's diabolical. And then Cardo came right back down the court, hit him with another 3. 49ers turned down.
What a welcome back treatment for Dave.
Then he hit him with the down.
Hey, Cardo, be on the show Friday because we do play out Sunday.
Woo, yeah, Dave. That's a Dave.
There we go. No. There we go. Because my number one friend right here telling some Tomo took Dallas off the background. He really must be tired. And you already know. But I ain't tired of being number 1 in the fantasy league. Thank you for keeping my seat warm, Mark. All I'm gonna say, man, you got to be consistent. It's lonely at the top. And that's what the Liberty is saying right now. Because after that call, I'm not gonna start off with the negative. You're gonna start off with the positive. Liberty won their first WNBA title in their franchise history last night, defeating the Minnesota Lynx 67-62 in overtime. And some would say, man, this game was more entertaining than watching Russ throw touchdowns. Well, I would say that because I don't like the Steelers. But neither here nor there. Guys, we got to react to it. You know, we've been talking about the WNBA all season. Joe, we talked about this on Friday. I think it was Friday episode. We did the quick news and saying how, hey, our reactions to it. And for this one to go 5, even the announcer said something that I thought about. I wish it was going 7 this year because this would have been a perfect year for it to go 7. So, Joe, Dave, what's your reaction to the WNBA? I mean, the Liberty winning their first championship.
Shout out to the New York Liberty for winning their first championship in franchise history. They definitely have played great all year long. Shout out to Kayla McBride for the Minnesota Lynx, who actually balled out in Game 5 last night, put up 21 points. She was basically the star of the game. Outside of that, I feel like the Lynx kind of sort of they gave the game away, especially in the third quarter. After they were up 7 at the halftime, they held Breonna Stewart they was pretty much playing really good defense on her. And then third quarter came, and then New York started to turn up. You know, they outscored them by 10. And then, of course, they forced overtime. And then in overtime, they pretty much just took over. There was a controversial call that was given for the game to go to overtime, but you know that's neither here nor there. But the Lynx, man, they just, like I said, I feel like they gave that game up. They had opportunities to really win that game after how well they played in the first half, and they kind of just didn't play in that same energy in the second half. We had Nafisha Collier didn't, really do what we expected her to do. She did put up 22 points in that game, but she was a -1 and plus minus. Only had 7 rebounds and out the game. She had 2 blocks, which was really good, but she fouled out the game. She had 6 fouls. That didn't help her out at all. Carlton also had 5 fouls. They got into foul trouble, and they just pretty much they had the Liberty had 4 people in double figures. Breonna Stewart had 13. Jonquil Jones had 17. Someone else had 13, and then Off the bench, they got some bench help. Was Sabely also had 13. So this game this was a great series. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish it went 7. But we get to see that next year. We get to see that next year for sure. Along with the new team being added into the to the WNBA, so that's gonna be exciting as well. And then we have, I think, 2 more teams coming in the year after that, which is going to be really good. So the WNBA has a lot to be excited about. They did have some breaking news today as well. They're now out of the CBA, so next year will be the last year in that CBA. So they have a year to negotiate that, and they should have done that because they need to be asking for more money. They got more TV deals. They starting to get more views and stuff. They're in a lot more commercials and stuff. So hey, do what you can to get more money so you ladies can get paid. But this is a great series. Like I said, shout out to New York Liberty for getting there. I still feel like the Lynx should have won this game. If it wasn't for how they played in the third quarter, to me that was very crucial. Giving up that lead in the third, and they had to fight and crawl their way back in the fourth, and that shouldn't have been the case if they continued to play the way they did in the first half.
That's a fact, Joe.
All right. So I also want to say, welcome back, Dave. Good to have you here. I also want to say congrats to New York Liberty bringing the championship to New York since the other teams couldn't do it. Shout out to them. Shout out to Sabrina for hitting the game-winning shot on Game 3, the game-winning 3, to go up 2-1. And like Dave said, I wish it would have. I wish it had a 7-game series. Like he said, they're going to add it next year. So I'm looking forward to that. Shout out to Breonna Stewart for having a Kobe moment. When I say Kobe moment, she didn't shoot well, but she had her career high. She had 15 rebounds. So I want to give her that. That right there shows a lot of effort. But I got to give it to who I like on this team? Jonquel Jones.
Jonquel?
MVP. Deservingly so. I thought New York could have won that game in regulation if they use her more, if they fed her the ball more. Early that game, Minnesota blitzed them, and Jonquel Jones was literally the only one that was settling in everything. Y'all know she was, for the whole series, she was 56% from the field, 42 from 3, 100% from the free throw line. 50-40-100 in the finals. She was 19 for 19 from the free throw line the whole WNBA finals. And they were not feeding her the ball. Like, I don't have numbers in front of me, but I could guarantee you Sabrina and Breonna both probably took 20 more shots than her. So, and they both didn't shoot well. That's all Sabrina yesterday. She said 1 for 18, 1 for 19. Just throwing the joint out. I'm like, bro, give it to Jonquel. Like, she the one that's cooking. She a mismatch. But neither hit on there. Shout out to her. I'm going to talk about it, Tom. I'm sorry. That was nah. I know everybody keeps saying, listen, they should have took care. I heard people say they should have took care of business in Minnesota the first time when they lost, when Sabrina hit the game winner.
Come on, the call.
Huh?
The call?
Yeah, the call. I'm on the call. Yeah, I'm about to talk the call. That was clearly a block. It started there. That was not a foul. I don't want to hear people say, oh, they still had a chance in overtime. Bro, you got to realize the WNBA finals. This team is good that we're going against. They got 3 MVP caliber players on their team. So, obviously, we're not going to be perfect. And yes, we dropped one in Minnesota. They dropped one in New York. We beat them in New York. Don't forget that. We both won a road game. We came on a road in Game 5, did everything we had to do. We got the lead, and we played perfect defense on Breonna Stewart, and they called foul. Not only that, y'all, they reviewed the call and upheld the call. That's frustrating if you're a player. And this is a W. This is game. It's it. Now I get it. Overtime. Like, they still could have won, but it should never got to that point. But I don't want to take away nothing from New York because I always say referees are part of the game. They just are. They part of the story. I mean, it's as my Sacramento Kings team in 2001. They part of the story. They part of history. But shout out to Liberty. Shout out to Nafisa. They need to feed you the ball more late in down the stretch. They went away from you a lot, I feel like, because you had a great start, but they went away from you a lot down the stretch. And she fouled out. Knew she wanted to cry on the bench. I felt bad for her, I ain't gonna lie. But shout out to New York Liberty. They got the job done.
I think also they just got winded. When I say they got winded, I mean more so Minnesota, because again, going up against those 3 MVPs, yes, Sabrina did not have the best night, but When it's that 1-3 went in, I was like, oh, I said New York winning now. They just need to see that. That done lit the whole arena up. Brianna Stewart, man, she was balling. She was balling. She was fighting too. But I'm with you on Joe. I'm with you on that one though, Joe. I was like, if they would have fed Jonquel more, they would have won this game. They probably would have won the series flat out because there was times where they was going away from her to make sure that Sabrina could go off or make sure that Brianna was doing her thing. And it was just like Jonquel was the consistency within this team that they needed throughout. Even watching last night, what you said about the mismatch, every time she got the ball in the paint, they already knew they had to double team her. So that right there lets you know that if you throw it down to and probably pitch it back out to somebody, they're going to hit a three because Minnesota had the perfect game plan to try to take her out, but she was still balling. The call you talking about with the block, I was more so thinking about the clip half that they called back and said it was a common foul.
What? Exactly. My bad. Cut you off.
Nah, but that was the one I thought you was going to say. I was looking like, wait. I was like, they better not call it travel because she clearly can't even do nothing with the ball. They holding her up and she just walking with the ball. I'm like,
they reviewed that too.
And came back and said, yeah, we're going to call it a common foul. I was like, ooh, the fix is in, y'all. The fix is in. But at the end of the day, we can talk about all of that because at the end of the day, there's always two sides to a story. But New York ended up showing up in overtime because when overtime kicked in, that's when they got their fresh legs. And Brianna missing those two crucial free throws. She had a bad night at the free throw line. I think she was like, and before that, she was 1 for 4, and it was bad. But shout out to New York. They did something that the Mystics did. You know, I was shocked when I heard that. I said, the Mystics won one before them? Oh, hold up now. Shout out to DC. We doing something right over here. I ain't talking about the football team. I'm talking about the basketball team. Again, I think this has just showed you where the league is going because one, that game was great. The attendance was great. If you watch the people in the crowd in the arena that was in Brooklyn, turning up for this Liberty team lets you know that the WNBA is definitely in good hands. And I want to say one more thing. Dave, I know you gotta put somebody in the doghouse. I'm gonna give you somebody, my nominee. I seen Angel Reese was at the game.
Yeah, she was.
Now come now there's this
You
thing
see what
going.
she had on?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I said, is it basketball or do you want to be a celebrity? Like, what's going on here? Like, I know you want to watch the game, but at some point when she found her way in the camera, I was like, bro.
It's clear what she wants.
Yeah,
to me, in my eyes.
Yeah. I was like, man, you had me fighting with Joe and you out here doing this.
Man, me too.
I ain't say nothing. I saw it like, okay.
Well, look, I'm gonna get my get back in the last. I'm gonna get my get back in the last segment. Because I seen you say something in the NFL chat about a certain GM. But as we move forward to talking about GMs, and again, hats off to the Lady Liberties for doing their thing. They got the best mascot, and now they got one of the best teams in the WNBA.
Yeah, I don't know what you did, Dave.
I hope you're talking about what you say. You see what she had on. Y'all ain't see what she had on. I think that's the line they talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they see what she had on.
All right, y'all all gonna talk about that, man. Let it go, man. The Wizards gonna have a decent year. I gotta start off with the team. It's basketball season.
Oh, you sound like Carl.
Hey, let's go. Now we gotta talk about commander respect. I don't like that I do got DC in the background. I gotta talk about this team here, but it ain't the football field. We talking about that's the basketball team right there. But this team right here, they starting to command RESPECT. It's been about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been doing y'all thing.
We going to 7.
I mean,
7 weeks. Oh, 6 being number 1. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, doing y'all thing. I mean, well, you could say 7 if you want to talk about being number 1 in the NFC East. Well, no, you can say 6 because
to be fair, we took it after week 2 because they took it to the Falcons.
Yeah, that's why I said, the Eagles had it for a week and then, they lost it like they normally do. But this is not about them. It's about you, Joe. A lot of people are seeing your quarterback do things that they didn't expect this rookie to do. A lot of people are seeing your defense actually show up in ways that they didn't expect them to show up. A lot of people are seeing your offense and Cliff Kingsbury go back and listen to your done son and actually make plays happen when it shouldn't be making plays happen. Joe, the Vikings lost yesterday. The Lions won. The 49ers lost. Cowboys somehow got a meme going around saying they lost on the bye week. Eagles won. This NFC is up and down. Do you think y'all are true contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders? Oh, no. We ain't that. Now look, I feel like we are contenders, but the world don't know yet because we haven't proved it. But I'm gonna say yes. Now, reason why people won't say we contenders because who we beat. You look at all the potential contenders in the NFC. Let's start with, give me a team. Who you think is a contender? Let's do
I
the
said
Eagles.
Lions.
Let's say the Eagles. Let's start with the Eagles. They beat the Packers. Okay, cool. Packers are contenders. They beat the Texans. Okay, they beat a potential, you know what I mean, right? You look at the Lions, they just beat the Vikings. You look at the Vikings, they beat the Texans and the Packers. So the Buccaneers beat the Lions. So you see all these potential contenders, they all have beaten somebody, right? Who y'all beat this year? My bad. No, it's no shot. It's a real question.
We beat the Jets, the Seahawks, and
The Pats.
Oh, the Patriots. Dang.
Patriots.
Okay, we're like in the same boat.
Pretty much.
But y'all beat the Seahawks, but they're not 4-3, but they are a winning team. But we haven't beaten a winning team yet. You look at our teams we beat. We beat the Bengals, who got a losing record. We beat the Cardinals, who have a losing record. We beat the Panthers, who have a losing record. We beat the Giants, who have a losing record. And we beat the who else we beat? Who else we blow out?
You said
The Browns.
right?
The Browns. My bad. I forgot about they exist. But so
Who
all
else
the
we blow out?
teams all the teams we beat, they haven't. They're not playoff contenders. They're not good teams. Like all the teams we have beaten got blown out somewhere else outside of us. Every single team we beat. So that's why you would say we're not contenders. But I feel like if you watch us and see how we operate, and you look at the NFC, I feel like, yeah, we can contend. We are contenders. I feel like the Lions have separated themselves. Shout out to Tomo for calling it early. The Lions have separated themselves from everybody else right now. And then the Vikings are a close second because although the Vikings lost, they battled that game. It went down to the wire. And like the Packers gonna be up there, but the Packers, they have their turnover woes also. Like Jordan Love looking like Brett Favre. So like I feel like everybody has some weaknesses going on. The Eagles not consistent. But far as how we operating, and you gotta realize, people feel like we have peaked. Shout out to AJ. No, we haven't peaked. We are a young team who's still learning each other. We're still growing. The defense hasn't gotten to the potential where it could be. I feel like the defense is going to continue to get better, and offensively we're going to get better. So I would say yes, we're contenders, but on paper, we haven't proved it yet. And based on our schedule, we got the Bears next week. We beat the Bears. Nobody still won't say we're contenders. We beat the Giants. Obviously, again, people still won't say we're contenders. Now we got the Steelers. Now, let me ask y'all a question. If the Steelers are 7-2 at this point, and we beat them, will we consider a contender?
Yes.
Joe, I'm gonna tell you like this: we beat the Steelers, so I'm gonna say we beat a good team.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
But they had just a Philly quarterback too.
That don't matter.
Okay, so after the Steelers, we got Philly. In Philly. Thursday night. We beat them. Are we contenders?
I would say that solidified you being contenders because the first one you already know what everybody gonna say.
Bro, our schedule is like, because we got Chargers, that we got the Titans, Saints, Eagles, Falcons, Dallas. I mean, like, who on the schedule is really? I'm not trying to diss no one on the schedule, but we don't have a Vikings, a Packers. We don't have Texans. You know what I mean? But I feel like we go and beat Pittsburgh and Philly. We're definitely contenders.
Who y'all got after that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like this, bro. You go 3-0. What's your record at that point? Like
we beat the Bears and Giants too.
Yeah. Oh no, I forgot about those.
That's 10-2. Woo!
Yeah, no, you gotta say it at that point.
I felt like a 49er. Dang.
They pretenders or contenders, man.
What kind of contenders are we talking about? Are we talking about NFC Championship contenders or playoff contenders?
Wait. That's why you my dummy, bro. There we go.
That's what matters.
Okay.
Is it championship contenders? If we're saying championship contenders, then I'm gonna say no. Until they prove something, until they prove otherwise, I'm gonna say no. Playoff contenders, I'm gonna say yes. I do believe that they are playoff contenders right now. Because if you do look at their schedule and you look at how they played, they definitely have a good chance to be able to make the playoffs, and not just make the playoffs, but win the division. I mean, they're division winners, right? They're ahead of the division right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they play the Bears and the Giants. Joe, I'm gonna tell you something though. If you beat the Bears, remember the Bears are what, 4-2. So that's not nothing to sniff at. They have a winning record as well.
Great
So no
defense
one,
too.
and they have a really good defense. Caleb Williams starting to play better. He's starting to get more Keenan Allen the division more and more involved. So I wouldn't sniff at that if I were you. Beating the Giants, I mean, that should be expected at this point. That should be expected at this point. Now, if you do go beat the Steelers and the Eagles, then I mean, what can anyone else really say? That's honestly what I have to say. Because if you look at what the Eagles just did to the Giants, y'all didn't do that to the Giants.
We didn't do that to the Giants.
If you're able to beat the Eagles, and is it in Philly or is it in Washington?
It's in Philly.
It's in
Thursday
Philly.
night.
So that's another thing too. Is Pittsburgh? Is that in Pittsburgh or in Washington?
That's home.
Still, that's a top 5 defense that you're pretty much going up against. Just about. If they're not top 5, they play like a top 5 defense. So you got to worry about that. If you're able to beat those two teams, even if you lose one of these other games, like if you lose to the Bears and you win 3 straight, then yeah, I think so. How am I hating? What is he talking about?
I don't know what Mark talking about.
Told Mark
Because
just
you
be
said
trying
we
to
not
find ways.
we not NFC championship contenders. That's why he said that.
I mean, y'all have yet to prove that yet. You have to at least win a playoff game and win your division to say that you're a
Or
championship.
beat some playoff contending teams.
Exactly.
I'm
If
with
you look
you
at
on that
if you look at the playoff contenders right now, you've lost to 2 of them already. You lost to the Ravens and you lost to the Buccaneers. So I can't say that you're championship contenders yet until you're able to beat someone like that. Playoff contenders for sure, but I don't think that you're championship contenders. But playoff contenders, yeah, you're playing well. Jada Daniels has played phenomenal so far. And you won the game without Brian Robinson even being in the game last week, this past Sunday. So you got that working for you. I mean, you
we
beat the.
lost.
No, I'm talking about this game.
Oh, he
played
played.
this game.
Brian Robinson played.
Oh, that was the Ravens game that he didn't play. But look, in this game you blew out the Panthers. So I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain a lot of people did not expect this game to go that way before the season started. So, and good teams beat up on bad teams. So that should say something right now.
I mean,
they got the juice for real, man. This is I don't know what Twilight universe my bad.
Tom, I never said the Cowboys is bad.
No. I'm just saying.
yeah.
The 180 on how we used to talk about the Cowboys is how we talking about the Commanders. I don't know what planet we on right now, because this is the same thing. Everything Joe was about to say was I was about to use it back on him.
Look, they do have your coach, right? They got Dan Quinn. They got Joe.
All our players.
Did you see Father yesterday?
So.
Yeah. Then I'm randomly.
And then look at the organization. They got the GM came from the 49ers. So I mean,
shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. That's why I love y'all, man.
Never ever seen they on here talking. So y'all see Frank Loof? They say he want to use him like Michael Parsons. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here you go. right after that, I think he got a strip sack or something. I don't know. It was just plays being made all day. The Panthers are terrible. Dave, when you picked them to win 5 games, I was like, man, it's gonna be a short episode because I only got them winning 3. And I knew that the Commanders was gonna find a way.
5? I thought I picked 3.
I think you picked 5. I know I picked 3 in a tie.
I gotta go back on my notes. I don't know if I picked 5.
Hey, Broncos Nations, I'm sorry. Y'all might not even tie with them. This is how bad this team. They don't even want to play football. I'm sticking with it, but I'm just saying, if it don't happen, I ain't even mad at this point because they don't want to play football no more. Y'all made them boys quit yesterday. They realized quick. Andy Dalton, every time he threw a pass, I said, that's a pick. It just looked like he just threw y'all the ball. But that's not, we're not here to talk about the game. We're here to talk about if y'all pretenders or contenders. Dave, you said everything I was gonna ask. I'm like, what do you mean by contenders? Are you saying y'all gonna win the actual division? Then y'all contenders because y'all showing it. I mean, the Eagles showed up yesterday, but I was gonna say Kev said it in the comments. He want to see consistency from his team. You've been seeing consistency from your team, so right there, I would feel like you. There's no threat in the NFC East to me because I seen that we can go out there and win these games. So if I was you, Joe, I would feel that way. I'm mad you stole some of my thunder because I was gonna say everything you say about my team. When y'all gonna be the playoff team? Y'all looking good against all these scrubs, but when y'all gonna be the playoff team? But that's you having a vision of what's going on. Now, I really agree that you all can win the division. I think you all can win a playoff team. I don't think you all contenders to win a Super Bowl right now. You would be insane to say that. I mean, as a fan, and I'm going through all the losing that you all been going through, I can see how you got the aspirations and hopes for it. Hell, I had the hopes for it last year, and look what happened. But
look at the comments. You see what Mark's saying.
I really want to talk to Mark, and I'm gonna go to the chat with this one because we got a show to do, and I don't got time to go back and forth with him. But do you see y'all beating the Lions? Think about that one, Mark. In the playoffs, just think about that, Mark. We're gonna talk about the 49ers in a second. Do you see you beating the 49ers if everybody comes below? Ayuk is out, and Debo get well, man. I just heard the news about that.
Let's not ask about us right now. We'll talk about this next episode.
So do you see y'all beating the Lions? Do you see y'all beating the Bucks, who y'all already played them? Do you see y'all beating the Eagles if they really pick up their consistency? Like, do you see it? I understand it's a division foe, but again, do you see y'all beat? Okay,
go ahead.
You see y'all beating the Vikings?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you now. Yeah.
See, what worries me is the defense.
Okay, so let me do this then. Let me phrase this right now because I know Mark gonna say yes to everything. Y'all right now are currently sitting third in the NFC, right? Mm-hmm. You have the Vikings and the Lions above you. So again, you said the defense. Do you see y'all beating Green Bay in the playoffs?
I think we could beat Green Bay, but Green Bay should beat us. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like when you have a quarterback, anything's possible. No, for real though, anything's possible. But if I was not a fan of the Commanders, I would not pick them over the Packers because the defense is suspect, and the Packers have a really good passing attack and secondary trash. So as we get better, I feel like you said, as a fan, right now at this moment, that's why I said I feel like we are contenders because I feel like we're gonna grow to that because we're still a young team, and I feel like the defense is getting better. Although like Lamar Jackson and Carter's up. I mean, can't do nothing about that. But the Panthers' offense has been okay with Andy Dalton. Let's not write that up. They have been okay. They've been all right. We did better than the Bears, huh?
Their wide receiver said, "I ain't playing no more."
I mean, he saw what we did to him.
I'm talking about Deontay Johnson. They was like, at least
he want to be a Commander.
I mean, at this point, y'all winning. Who don't want to go over there?
Hey, Tomo, this is the 15 we beat. All 5 teams we beat had to have a come to Jesus meeting out there. We beat them, bro. I watched the Bengals press conference. They was like, we got a question. I mean, we not contenders until we prove it. I'm like, dang, they question themselves. We played the Cardinals. Colin Murray, this is ridiculous. We can't do this. I'm like, dang, Colin Murray, this is your best game like a couple of weeks ago. What's going on? What? Look, the Giants. I know the Giants ain't make no excuses. I give them that. But everybody else, hey, Blaze, come on, Micah. Dan Quinn, you say whoever what do you say, Tomo?
Buying or selling at the 49ers will make the playoffs. That's what he said.
What Micah say, Tomo, about Dan Quinn?
Look, I got a boss. She was one of my best bosses I ever had. Right, she was my best manager. I'm gonna say my best manager. I told her like. She got me promotions and all this stuff. I said, if you ever quit or they fire you, I'm going wherever you went.
And what happened?
Fast forward, they let her go. Guess what? I stuck around for about 6 months. Job ain't want to pay me, so I had to go somewhere else. So if the Cowboys don't pay Micah, then I can see him going somewhere else. But other than that, they pay me. I'm staying right here. I know I said a lot, but money talks. 49ers. Dave, what a way to come back. I mean, it is the Chiefs, but I ain't never seen Mahomes just like truck somebody, then look like shrugged up on like, get up off me. Like, it's personal. Are you buying or selling that the 49ers will make the playoffs?
Given what I said in the beginning of the season, and y'all can confirm this because I said it on the show. I said it to y'all behind the scenes. This team reminds me of 2020. What happened in 2020? We had injuries and COVID, and we missed the playoffs. This team has not shown me any reason to say that they can make the playoffs right now. There's nothing I've seen. And then if you look at everything that's happened, Dre Greenlaw is not going to play until weeks after the bye week. Our bye week is in week 9. So that's probably week 11, 12. Who knows what our record's going to be at that time.
Oof.
Brandon Ayuk just tore his ACL and MCL, so he's out for the entire year. Talanoa Hufanga only played 1 game this year so far. So, and then he's out for a month at least. George Kittle now is day-to-day with an ankle injury. So who knows what's going to happen with that. CMC has yet to play a game this year. And Debo is in the hospital with pneumonia.
I'm gonna laugh, dog, but God damn.
So
Who y'all got left?
we got Oren Burks. That's who we got left.
To the Niners got the baby face assassin.
That's who we got. That's who we got. Then we can't stop Trent from punching people in the game. It's the 4th time he's punched somebody in the game. So I honestly, I have faith in my team that we can get it together. But me thinking logically, and after knowing my team well enough and seeing what I've seen, I don't see how we make the playoffs. I really don't. I don't see it. We have not played well enough when we had enough healthy guys. When we had Debo, when we had BA, when we had Kittle, when we had all these guys out there, we have not played well enough. The game against the Rams, we squandered a fourth quarter lead when the Rams were a lot more injured than we were, and they still ended up winning that game. We get our guys back and go play against the Cardinals, and the same exact thing happens. The defense gives up in the 4th quarter, and we lose a game by because of giving up a field goal. I just don't see it. Then not only that, I didn't even mention this. Both of our kickers got hurt. Jake Moody has been out for the last couple of games, and then Matthew Wright, after the last game, he made a tackle. He out with a shoulder injury. So it's just injuries every single place. And then the last game, Jordan Mason got hurt, and then we had the other guy come in and have to play after that. It's just injuries every single place. And then not even just injuries, it's just certain plays that we're terrible. We're a terrible third down defense. Third down defense is one of the worst in the league. We continue to give up plays. We keep getting penalized. And then our special teams is absolutely horrendous. We're giving up big plays on special teams, whether it's a kickoff or punt return, to where it get people in great field. And our offense is just not what it used to be. Not having CMC out there has hurt, but it shouldn't have been to the point to where it hurts this much, because Jordan Mason showed in the first game that he's still capable of being able to carry this game as far as the run game. But BA wasn't playing the way he was supposed to. Debo played like Debo, I guess, but he wasn't that involved as far as the run game, as more as we used to have him. Kittle has not been that great of a factor in certain games. It's just, I don't know. We just have not played exactly like we should have. And Purdy has made some bad plays. But last game was his worst game he's had so far this year. He made two boneheaded interceptions in that game, which didn't make any sense, especially that first one, the play action, when there was 3 defenders over there and 1 receiver. I said, what were you looking at? I don't know what he saw. But, I mean, like I said this before. It reminds me of 2020. It's almost playing out exactly how I said it. So if you're going to ask me if I'm buying, as a fan, I'm going to buy. But be thinking logically, I'm going to say I'm selling.
All right, so you said y'all give up big plays on special teams. Von Turpin might need to run one back. Y'all run game because CMC ain't there. Y'all can still run the ball. I don't know if the Cowboys can stop the run. So that might be a plus for y'all next week, because they can be like, well, if we can't pass it, we can show up running on this team. Kittle's still there though, right?
He's day to day. I don't know. He has an ankle injury. He's day to day. I don't know.
Man, Dave, you got to read off some of them names, man. I'm like, man, I don't even know how y'all feel the team.
Well, right now it looks like Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Calvin will be wide receiver 1 and 2.
This is a bad year.
And those are 2 rookies.
Yeah, this is a bad year for Purdy trying to go get his money too, because it's like, man, this would have been it. that got 60. All you gotta do is just make the playoffs, and I know he getting at least 61. I ain't gonna say y'all done, but it might be it's heading towards it. All right, let's do it like this. You're done. That. I ain't gonna say son, because if y'all lose to the Cowboys, I'm definitely coming back on here saying you're done, son. I'm sorry. You should
I'll say it
not.
myself. I will say it myself. But I mean, I'm speechless right now. I really don't know what to say. I mean, the team just looks bad, and the injuries don't help.
Also, I'm gonna just answer the question. Am I buying or selling that they will make the playoffs? I might buy now because the stock is low, and if y'all get about 2-3 wins, I might sell. So right now, I'm gonna buy it because it's low, and when it get back up high, I might sell because I don't know what's gonna happen. Y'all, I don't know what's up with y'all this year. Is it the Super Bowl hangover? We don't know, but at least you got more of an explanation for why your team is not playing good than the team did last year. Joe,
Dave, when you was reading off all the injuries,
bruh.
and you ended with Debo being sick in the hospital. Hey, get well soon, but like, I'm not laughing at the injury. It's just like, dang, what can't like everything's
What
going
will
wrong.
go wrong can go wrong.
But when I
Say
said
about
it,
the Cowboys,
when you said
what we used to say
Debo,
about
I'm
the
like, what happened to
Cowboys is
Debo?
now having.
He said he's in the hospital sick with pneumonia. I'm like,
oh, you ain't know?
dang.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, he
that
got a
was-
leg injury. He got a concussion. No, he got pneumonia. You know, he's in the hospital right now. Like, I'm like, dang, what's going on, bro? Yeah, let's read it. All right. Go ahead, Dave.
Shout out to my boy Chris, aka Mr. Flock himself. $5 super chat. Still cashing out. Hashtag thanks Dave. R2L over everyone. Hashtag Flockwick.
Shout out to the Couriers.
Donations.
Shout out to Chris, man. Do I buy or sell? I'm buying, Dave. I'm buying. Let's be real. Y'all gonna win y'all division, in my opinion. I feel y'all gonna. First of all, y'all need one game behind the Seahawks.
We already lost 2 division games, Joe.
But y'all beat the Seahawks though, and both of the division games y'all lost, y'all had a 10-point lead. So it wasn't like y'all got smacked around. Y'all were smacking around all game, and y'all folded at the end of the game. So I feel as though that. What you laughing at, bro? Look at this comment.
J-Mo on one, bro. J-Mo on one. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to do it, man. But J-Mo, like, it was CMC, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, Don, LaShawn, Inez, and Alicia. The Inez and Alicia is when Dave was like, and we lost both our kickers.
Both of the kickers, though. That's crazy. You start out the offseason with like 22 people in the injury report. Remember that? It was crazy.
It was 26.
20. Yo, you can't make this up. But look. All right, look. Let's look at the schedules. Seahawks, 49ers. The 49ers next game, Dallas. First of all, y'all on the bye week after Dallas. So you got Dallas. Who the Seahawks got next? The Bills. Y'all got Tampa. After y'all bye week, they got the Rams. Okay, they might beat the Rams, right? Then after that,
they play each other, right?
After that, they play y'all. They play after that. So if y'all sweep them, let's say y'all win out, right? But I think they're gonna lose to Buffalo. But then after that, y'all got Seahawks. I mean, sorry, y'all got the Green Bay Packers. They got the Cardinals. Okay, they got Buffalo. They got the Packers. Y'all got the Bears. They got Minnesota. You know what I mean? So they ain't got no hard schedule. They got the Bears with a good defense. They got the Vikings, the Packers.
We play the same teams they play.
That's what I'm saying.
We play the Bears too. We play the Packers. We play the Lions. We play the Bills too.
I still think y'all are a better team than them. You know what I mean? I still think y'all are better than them. And when y'all played on last time, what happened, Dave? I forgot what happened. Y'all 36-24.
Yeah.
So I feel as though y'all still gonna win y'all division. I think when y'all play the Cardinals and Rams again, y'all will win those games. Like I said, y'all were supposed to win both of those games. Y'all give up double-digit leads in the second half in both of those games. And I feel like I still think y'all win the NFC West. So because of that, I'm gonna say I'm buying y'all stock.
For me, I feel a lot easier if we won those 2 games already.
Are you buying or selling?
I'm in the middle, honestly. I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
I'm in the middle. I don't know.
He said as
I
a
don't
fan,
know.
he gonna sell, but
As a Niners
logically,
fan,
as a fan, he gonna buy.
I'm
Sorry.
buying.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
buying.
Mark said y'all weren't hurt. Yes, y'all were. Y'all were definitely hurt against y'all been hurt all year.
Yes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they had IU, but IU hasn't really been playing like IU. He dropped, man, dog.
Debo, and Trent Williams did not play in that game against the Rams.
Nope.
So they've been in CMC.
So
We
I
gotta
don't know
keep
what you're
remember
talking
that.
about.
And CMC supposed to come back soon. A report came out and said that he's not gonna come back next week, but he should be back after the bye probably. That might happen. He might be back after the bye, and that
You
will
say
bring life to y'all team.
When you say next week, you mean the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, he's not playing against y'all.
Technically, if I'm him, I'm playing the Cowboys. I'm like, bro, if you want to get your legs back, that's the team you play. Like, you want to run, they can't stop the run and stay their life. This other team can't stop the run either, though. Because I seen AJ, shout out to Unfazed, Tuesdays at 9 with our guy Joe and AJ. I seen the clip go around. My man said he had to keep the receipts. I can't wait to see what he gonna post when he play y'all or when he play us. I just want to see.
He's not posting nothing when we play on. I'm gonna be one posting.
That's neither here nor there. You know what
Clearly,
I'm saying?
Ron hasn't been listening to nothing I said. I said, besides the injuries, we just have not played well. You just want to hear what you want to hear. Still curtain. It's okay.
Well, the way Dave responded is kind of like how Saquon responded. Or should I say Kellen Moore? Because they ran the ball. How many times did they run the ball yesterday? Saquon had ball 46 times?
45,
46 times? They said, man, this is an anomaly. Or is it because he went back to MetLife? Because the GM, Joe, who said he doesn't want to have Saquon back because he want to give, Daniel Jones weapons. How many catches did Malik Neighbors have? Don't answer that. Kev somewhere giving us the stats right now. But Saquon ran for like 176 yards. I think he got a touchdown. He almost broke a record, but they had that moment with him and the coach on the sideline saying, I don't care about records. Let the youngins eat.
Mm-hmm.
Reaction going back to MetLife is really what I thought it was going to be. Because the Eagles have a better team. Like, they have the better team. The Giants are not that good of a football team. I don't know why anybody expected anything different. Now, him getting 176 yards, I could see them force feeding him the ball too because it's personal. Like, the Eagles is a petty organization. They're going to actually be like, oh, you don't want to do this? Actually, I really thought about when the Eagles played the Titans. What did they do? Say, AJ, go do your thing. AJ, that game. If he want to disrespect you by sending you here thinking it's going to end your career, we're going to show you what he actually can do and what he got left. Some players go over there from other teams. I just don't know what happens to them. But on the offensive side, they turn up because Huff, if you're from the area, you know what Huff is. That's basically what he is on the Eagles. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at what the Eagles did to the Giants yesterday. I'm also mad that the Giants actually thought they had a shot in this game and did not prepare mentally for what Saquon was going to do. He was running up and down, around. I think he's still running on that team right now because there was too many times where they was just missed tackles. Safeties didn't want to tackle. Linemen was just like letting them walk through like they was doing them a solid. It was just insane. So my real reaction to it is, I knew this was going to happen. It's the Giants. I didn't think they was going to. I knew they was going to blow them out too because, they couldn't have lost this game. And remember Friday, Joe, when you said, what does a win do for this team or what does it say for this team? We both said they need to blow this team out so they can actually build their confidence back. They taking pictures in the locker room. We ain't seen them do that in about 10 weeks. It's lit now. They back. They feeling like they back. So, that's my reaction to it.
Yeah, that's their first big win in a while. I think I said in the chat, when Jalen Hurts threw that touchdown to AJ Brown, and then he got hyped. I was like, this is the most excited I've seen Jalen Hurts in a while since in the minutes of the Chiefs game for real. That's a good sign. But I know Javon excited to see Kenny Pickett get in the game, have an incompletion and get sacked. But the Giants, bro. I mean, they fumbled. We came on the show and we all watched the Hard Knocks, and all three of us in unison were like, laugh at the Giants because we knew they just fumbled the bad. Saquon was their rock. Saquon was the reason why Danny Dimes had 15 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. But he sliced this season up. This ain't even a great QB season. 15 touchdowns? What the heck is that? So Saquon, and then we try to tell Kev it's Saquon, not Danny Jones. So I think we all knew that Saquon was gonna go crazy, but the question was, would they let him go crazy? That was the real question. Jalen Hurts, 10 for 14. He threw the ball 14 times. Saquon Barkley ran the ball more than Jalen Hurts threw the ball. Are you serious? That's crazy. Even Kenneth Gainwell threw the ball, he ran the ball 13 times. That's why we don't never see that with this Eagles team. Kellen Moore actually had one drive when they ran the whole drive. I was surprised. But Saquon Barkley had a different motor. Like you said, 176 rushing yards. He could have easily broke 200 if he wanted to. And he broke multiple long runs. He had to pick up Dexter Lawrence after the touchdown. Like he was talking, he said it's the most trash he's talked ever in his career. We knew, and we all know Saquon Barkley already played with an extra edge to him. Like he already played like a fireball. Y'all remember the Saints game, and he broke that long run for a touchdown when the offenses were stagnant. And after he scored that long run, he ran all the way back to the bench and then stopped running until he sat down. That's how much he got so much energy. He's a firecracker. So the question is, will Philly continue to run? Right? I heard a stat today. Eagles are 14-1 with Nick Sirianni, 14-1 when they run the ball more than they pass.
What in the Dak and Zeke Elliott is going on here? Oh, continue.
14-1. I mean, there's a formula. Come on, Eagles. So kudos to Saquon. I'm not gonna lie, I was happy for him because they did him dirty. He wanted to be a New York Giant. They let him walk for Danny Downs. And look, Danny Downs had 99 yards. It's a shame how since he signed that contract, Saquon Barkley got more touchdowns than Danny Jones.
In MetLife. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect anything less than that. I expected nothing less than what I saw on Sunday, and they blew them boys out. And shout out to the high school football star and the Pop Warner star, Marquise, that's in the chat. You know, the Giants fan, the only Giants fan that we got. You know, I told you Danny Downs was trash. You know, you try to throw some stuff out there about you, saying I didn't know football, but I mean, Danny Downs still looked bad to me. I mean, can y'all saw what I saw Sunday, right? Danny Downs still look bad, right?
I've been saying it for years.
Okay. Giants still look like trash, right? Okay. I mean, I just thought I had to mention that. But yeah, I expected nothing less. I expected Saquon to go off on a bad Giants team. Yes, the defense has looked good in certain moments, but this is Saquon Barkley and the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to run all over them as much as they need. And I think that game was an anomaly, honestly. I don't think they're going to run the ball that much from now on. Even though that's been their success, Nick Sirianni kind of has what he wants to do. He knows what he wants to do when it comes to him, how he runs his teams. And if we looked at the last few years, they've been more of a throwing team than a running team. Even though we know that running is their success, as you say, 14-1 when they run the ball more than they pass the ball. But this is what Nick Sirianni wants to do. Even though Kellen Moore is the OC, Nick Sirianni runs the team. He lets them know what he wants to run and how he wants the offense to go. And unless Sirianni makes that decision that he wants to run the ball a lot more, then we shouldn't expect that to happen again. Unless it's another bad team or, you know, it just happens to be working that much. But we've even seen times when it was working a lot and they don't run the ball with Saquon. I think it was maybe the first week with the Packers, the first game. Mm-hmm. They ran the ball in the first drive, and then they didn't give it to him again for like the next 3 drives. He was like, "What are you doing? Like, run the ball." Like, you clearly see what's your success. Why are you not running it? So until we see it happen consistently, that's an anomaly. But I expected that to happen against the Giants. The Giants are not a good team, and the Eagles are. It's a mismatch. It's a huge mismatch between the Giants and the Eagles. So I expected nothing less.
I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed though. I must say, I was impressed by the Eagles because they were struggling. That game was so boring. I was watching that game. I'm like, yo, I got all these good games on. I got Texas Packers. I got Vikings Lions. I got all this stuff going on. I'm settling watching this game. And then out of nowhere, they just turned up. They just turned up on offense, and they just couldn't be stopped. A.J. Brown, when A.J. Brown is there, Jalen Hurts is a different quarterback because he could just look for A.J. Brown and throw it up.
You said it. I ain't even got to say it. Go ahead.
I mean, it is. AJ Brown is, I know somebody was questioning, is he a top 5 receiver? I think it was in the chat or on the show. I don't know where it was, but yeah, he's definitely a top 5 receiver. He's a difference maker on that team. Yeah, he is, Tomo. Yeah, he's top 5, bro. He's a difference maker.
Who's in the 5?
I think we said
Jettis,
Chase, Tyreek.
Chase.
Did they say Devontae still?
I don't know. I don't think he should be up there this year.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but I think AJ Brown top 5. His impact on this team is like one of the biggest impacts than anybody else.
CD. Did somebody say CD?
I never said he was top 5. Sorry, top 5.
It was AJ. AJ said he was top 5. That's who it was.
Yeah, I think this is another convo though. AJ, it was in the
Maybe
chat
not.
recently.
I gotta see.
I do think AJ top 5 because his impact. I'm not even talking about like Rob Ryan. I'm talking about his impact, bro. Like the Eagles are a different team without him.
Kelsey got an impact too.
He does, but week 1 against the Packers, they put up over 30 points, right?
Travis Kelsey is a big impact.
Listen what I'm saying, Tomo. Week 1, they put up 30.
I'm joking, Dave. I mean, it's Joe.
I ain't hear what you said last one.
Kelsey is.
He said Kelsey. He started naming tight ends, man.
Yeah, Joe. That's why I said I'm joking.
He named Kelsey. He started naming tight ends.
Oh, I what the world?
Oh, the iPhone.
It's because I put a thumb up. That's all.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't have it. You gotta be on your iPhone to do it.
I'm on the computer. but not this year, Mark. His true colors coming out.
You could technically say the same thing about AJ.
How?
He had 2 games.
AJ been hurt, bro.
Who fault is that?
But the 2 games he played in, 3 games he played in, he was super impactful. All 3 games, they 3-0. 3-0 with AJ Brown. They look like a totally different team without him.
You right about that. I'll give you that.
And y'all probably look different without CD too, because that's all y'all got.
I'm not here to argue the back and forth about the top 5. I told you I was joking. If you want to say you top 5, cool. I had another wide receiver I wanted to call out.
Oh.
Jalen Hyde played this game. He had 1 target.
Bro,
is he even on the team anymore?
I know they don't be looking for him, bro.
Did they waste a 3rd round pick? Like, what are they doing?
I gotta look at the footage because I don't know if he's not getting open or not, but he don't be getting no action
at all. Like
he don't. But if they have Saquon Barkley, maybe the box will be full and it'd be easy to throw the ball. But they got
before the offensive lineman got hurt, that would have been a perfect blend right there. Because they had the offensive line, like, I don't know. I just don't get it, man. I ain't mad at it, but I just don't get it.
Yeah, 99 yards.
The quarterback can't get him the ball. Quarterback sucks.
They really trying to get Shador.
Yeah, I do want to say that was wild. I think it's funny how people try to question people's football knowledge based on football playing experience when you're representing Danny Jones. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
It's all good. He thought he was winning that battle, but I had fun.
It's not like it ain't like we talking about different route concepts or we talking about drills. We literally talking about is this dude playing well or not? That's what the conversation's about. So,
actually, I'm gonna do this for AJ because I know we gotta get out of here, but I'm gonna do this for my boy AJ. You ain't been in the chat, but the boy tried to say that about Dak. He tried to say Daniel Jones was better than Dak Prescott because of the weapons that Dak had around.
Oh, DeVore, yeah.
That's another guy that needs to be called out because he be saying some wild stuff.
Now you could do the Justin Fields thing, but the Daniel Jones, at least with Justin Fields. Yeah, at least with Justin Fields, like he can run. You got something you can debate there. Daniel Jones? Nah, man.
Trash.
Nah. I see you writing it down, Joe. He's trash. It's okay.
I'm not, I'm just thinking like, yo, Daniel Jones, bro, like he's so confusing. Like
now he goes somewhere else. He might be a top 15, maybe top 25 quarterback somewhere else. But with this team, nah.
Not it. Go to the Raiders. See what you can do there.
That might be it.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna study Daniel Jones, bro. I'm gonna look at the all 22s and see what's going on, cause it's no way, bro.
Cause Dayball can call some plays, like he can get some people open. Like going back and watching that Cowboy game, I'm like he's scheming neighbors open because he's like, "Where's the weak link?" He got him on the weak link every time. I just don't know what it is.
The old line was terrible though yesterday. He had no time in the pocket. He was getting crushed.
You gotta be ready for that.
I mean, the O-line has always been bad, but Saquon was still able to do his thing. So
Oh no, that whole Saquon John. Fire the GM. Fire him.
I'm just saying. I'm just talking about between their two stars that they had. You know, having Daniel Jones and I mean, if the O-line is that bad, then the run game shouldn't be good. But the run game was always good when Saquon was there. So
See.
Facts. All right. Well, on that note, shout out to the whole R2L family. Shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to my boy Dave. Welcome back. Shout out to my boy Tomo. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Y'all in the comment section. Y'all was lit today. We appreciate that. You know, we love the old R2L family. Jaden Daniels, man. Nothing's broken. He just got a little banged up, but I think he'll be back against Chicago. I think he will. But we're gonna take it day by day. We're not gonna throw you out there if you ain't ready. Cause come on now, we looking for the future. We ain't gonna put no RG3s out here. Daniel Snyder not here. We ain't gonna force you out on the field when you don't have to be there. But I think he will play though. I think he will play. I think he'll be good. And shout out to my boy Marcus Mariota. Woo! Thank you, Panthers. I'm glad we had y'all on the schedule yesterday.
Yo.
Yo, if Daniels would have played, because remember, Caleb went, he did good against the Panthers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because they played the Panthers when we played the Ravens.
True.
And they hyped them up. Oh my God, look at Caleb Willis. Imagine if Jaden played that whole game. Woo! Them MVP numbers would have been nice. But we'll wait for next week. We all good. And shout out to Carl for coming on last Friday. And then I didn't tell y'all, I don't think I told y'all, but BWT tomorrow on the show. BWT tomorrow on the show, and he's gonna answer questions about the World Series. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Shout out to the Dodgers and the Yankees for making it to the World Series. They nailed the prediction. Dang.
there you go. Shout out to the U, man. 7-0. We play Florida State this Saturday
That's a W.
in Hard Rock Stadium. Fill that stadium out and blow them boys out. These last few weeks have been very close, scarily close. We need to go take care of business. Take care of business this Saturday. Let's do what we can so we can so we continue to win, stack win these games. We are top 6 still, top 6, top 5 in the country. Let's do what we got to do. Like Joe said, shout out to the Dodgers and the Yankees for making it there. Hockey has already started already, so for all my hockey fans, I will be talking more about hockey on Dave's Doghouse. So make sure you tune into Dave's Doghouse. I will be on RBO on Wednesday to talk about Heat Nation. So all I gotta say is you might be surprised at how I feel about Miami Heat this year, but we'll see. Shout out to everybody on the show. Shout out to CTC, FFC. In the Red Corner had a great show yesterday. Shout out to King's Talk, who had a good show a couple days ago. Definitely Unfazed. I know Unfazed will be up tomorrow, 9 p.m. I can't wait to see it.
That's gonna be good.
Shout out to BWT. I know he's gonna have a lot to talk about tomorrow. Talking about the World Series. So
He
shout out
live
to all
tonight.
the shows. You say he live tonight. Tune in tonight and appreciate y'all. I'm glad to be back.
All right, so Dave just ran down all the shows that we have on the network. You can also see all the shows on the network in the description below. But there's one show that I just want to shout out. He came on here Friday. He had a lot to say about the Terps. But we still tied. I know you got the tiebreaker, Carl. It's cool, but we both 4-3. So hey, Teddy, Dave, could you hit that celebration for me one more time? Get them out of here. You know what I mean? Because Terps is up. And we're gonna see how the season play out. But I see Carl won, so I gotta give him his shots out there. But I think y'all gonna lose to Michigan. Hopefully y'all don't, but we're gonna see. And for everybody that's in the NFL world, it's the Cowboy fan base. They split again, Dave. Y'all over there worrying about injuries, and the Cowboy fan base like, man, we about to lose to this team. Some people like, man, we about to lose. Some people like, man, we can get them while they hurt. I just want to win. If we win, we coming for you, Joe. That's all I'm gonna say. If we win. And Mark.
If we win, I don't want to hear nobody say anything else about Purdy not being able to play good without his weapons.
You know, I don't even. What I was gonna say to Mark, I can just send. I'm gonna just send him a song. Joe, you still got that clip of you saying, "I am number one." I just need that. That's all.
And you got a superstar members list?
Yes, sir. Just shout out to the superstar members, because you know, without the superstar members, all of our members actually they keep this thing funded. But shout out to the superstar members. We got Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach Coombs, that is, and we got Vaughn, Lamar, Giovanni, and YouTube. We told you already, man. Make sure y'all send us some notifications so we can shout out our superstar members. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Lambo Anlo on the intro and Ed Hahn on the design.
There it is. All right, y'all. That's a great show. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.